So very good morning everyone, and today is that time of the year जब मैं आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ a day in life of a 24-year-old software engineer. I start my day these days by making a cup of tea for Nani and I keep her breakfast ready in the refrigerator. I did not get a chance to dry my hair today, so this window will help. Oh shit, there's a person walking on highway. And now since the full self-driving update is here, it can take turns as well. Whoa, डर लगता है यार. Oh shit. Ho. Succeeded. An office is there. All the charges are taken, तो मैंने green vehicle में आज park कर दी. Now even though I have changed companies in the last 2 years, but my workload is very similar. I am still an Android developer. जब भी मैं काम करता हूँ, I try to keep my phone on do not disturb. I try to get lost in the zone of programming. मैं कभी-कभी Chat GPT की भी help लेता हूँ, the AI which gives me another way to look at the same problem, and also Stack Overflow documentations, and combined it helps me find the best solution for my code. Going to order my salad. In this water machine, I can get sparkling water with lime flavor plus electrolytes. Now it's almost 6 p.m. and it's completely dark here. On the way, मैं जाता हूँ Publix because I needed some groceries for me and Nani. अब ऑफिस के बाद it's time for groceries. Organic milk. Bananas एक हफ्ते बाद के लिए. So since the beginning of this YouTube channel, I started making a day in life videos. When I was 20 years old, I made a day in life of a software engineering intern, then to a software engineer. And this bar, I thought let's do something different, and I'm gonna show you my 8 years of coding experience that helped me land at Microsoft and how I evolved every single year. So starting from my first year of coding, मैं 11th class में था, मैंने फिजिकल एजुकेशन लिया हुआ था, जो 5th सब्जेक्ट लेते हैं इन इंडिया. आई टुक एज फिजिकल एजुकेशन. मेरे फ्रेंड्स मुझे फोर्स करते हैं, माई फ्रेंड्स फोर्स मी कि ट्राई कंप्यूटर साइंस, विच वॉज कॉल्ड IP in my school, informatics practices, and they forced me to go there, and I tried and I really liked it, and that's how my coding journey started on this laptop. ये laptop मुझे मेरे अंकल ने गिफ्ट किया था when I was in my 10th class, and it helped me code and solve many problems in my 11th standard. चलो 11th standard में इतने अच्छे मार्क्स तो नहीं आते थे. I barely got 90 out of 100 in my 11th standard, and I didn't have much confidence कि I can take computer science in college. But in 12th, I worked harder. मैंने अपना ट्यूशन सेंटर ड्रॉप कर लिया. I was preparing for my JEE exam. तो I had joined Akash Institute in 11th class. मैंने वो छोड़ दिया. I dropped it. Then I fully focused my whole attention on schoolwork only. I was only preparing for board exams and also wanted to come to US for undergrad. So I was preparing for SAT. So at that time, since I was not preparing for JEE, just school homework, 5 classes, I was able to put my full attention in coding, and I got 98 out of 100 at the end of my 12th class. And my computer science journey in my high school included Java problems, Java project which I made related to an airplane booking system, and I also learned a lot about MySQL databases and how to connect with Java. So it was very learning experience, and it helped me in my college career. अब बात करते हैं my first year of college. तो first year of college में हमें फिर से Java सिखाई गई. I thought that I'm already ahead of the whole class because I had learned it in my high school. My CBSE board, my computer science classes in India helped me get the push, and I got one of the highest grade possible in my first year computer science. चलो classes तो चलती जा रही थी, but what really helped me was 3 hackathons. मैंने first hackathon attend किया in my first year. कुछ आता था नहीं, मैंने random लोगों के साथ, I made a team with random people. I didn't know anything about coding, that how hackathons work, how can I make a project in 24 to 36 hours, but they welcomed me. Some random teammates welcomed me. I didn't do much work, but I learned how to make a project in a hackathon. Our team didn't get any award as well, but it gave me an inspiration to go to more hackathons. उसके बाद आया hackathon number 2. उसमें भी कुछ हुआ नहीं. Like it was a simple hackathon at my university. Other one was at Emory University. All the universities are near to my university. तो वहाँ पे भी कुछ हुआ नहीं. But when the third hackathon happened, that was Hack ATL. वहाँ पर we got the grand prize. तो वो $500 का प्राइस हमें मिला एंड इट वॉज एन एलेक्सा स्किल. हाउ यू कैन यूज एलेक्सा टू बुक अपॉइंटमेंट्स. अगर आप किसी बिल्डिंग में जाते हो, आपको अपॉइंटमेंट लेनी है किसी XYZ पर्सन के साथ, आप एलेक्सा से बात करके कैसे ले सकते हो. दैट वॉज आवर प्रोजेक्ट एंड दैट गॉट वन ऑफ द बेस्ट रिकग्निशन एट दैट हैकाथॉन एंड दैट अवार्ड हेल्प मी गेट माई फर्स्ट इंटर्नशिप as well. उस internship के लिए I was really nervous for my interview as always. तब तक मैं 10 interviews दे चुका था, but I got the confidence कि how to crack interviews because डर मेरे मन से बिल्कुल निकल चुका था. मैंने इतनी प्रैक्टिस कर ली थी, इतनी बार फेल हो चुका था इंटरव्यूज में, हाथ कांपते थे, but this time I didn't shiver. I was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I got internship in my first year, but not as a software engineer, but सिस्टम्स इंजीनियर. मुझे ऐसा अच्छा नहीं लगा कि जैसे हम मूवीज में देखते हैं एक इंजीनियर MBA करने के बाद भी एक्सेल शीट पे काम करता है. मुझे लगा कि मैं सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग के कोर्सेज लेने के बाद भी एक्सेल शीट्स पे काम कर रहा हूँ एज अ सिस्टम इंजीनियर. बट आई डिडंट गिव अप. आई टुक सम साइड प्रोजेक्ट at Panasonic when I was an intern. मैंने कोडिंग के प्रोजेक्ट साथ में ले लिया. I learned Android development on the spot. I learned more about it. वहाँ पे मैंने Android प्रोजेक्ट में कंट्रीब्यूट भी किया. अगर आपने ये सिलिकॉन वैली वाली वीडियो देखी है, if you see this entertainment system in this car, ये entertainment system पे मैंने भी काम होते हुए देखा है and I have maybe contributed. So that was how my journey evolved from my first year. अब second year में भी same चीज़ रही. I took computer science courses, went to hackathons, but this time I was more successful in hackathons because मुझे फॉर्मूला पता चल गया था. एक बार आपको रेसिपी पता चल जाए ना 2-3 hackathons के बाद, it's the same game. And when I got to know the formula, I kept getting more recognition, more awards और projects मैंने किए. So in my second year, I was doing part-time internship as well. तो मैंने एक Android as well as Java project बना कर दिया to Panasonic Automotive. तो वो भी मेरे resume में छप गया. That was really really helpful and a push that I got to join NCR, which was my next internship and next opportunity. वहाँ पर जाकर it was like dream come true. I was an Android developer, completely Android developer, which I always wanted to be. I was working on their Android app for restaurants. जैसे कि अगर आप किसी रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हो, जैसे आप Waffle House, Subway, McDonald's में जाते हो, कुछ रेस्टोरेंट्स में they have NCR system जहाँ पर वो कार्ड स्वाइप करते हैं. That is Android and that's made by them. So it was an amazing feeling. I learned so many things and I got the title of software engineering intern, one of the first title I always wanted to get in my second year. Up third year में it was same. I was working on projects. I learned more skills in terms of Python, C. It was not just Java at the time, but at the end of the day, जो hackathons वाला formula था, that was similar. And I did the same internship again in my third year, was at NCR as well, as an Android developer as well. अब बात करते हैं fourth year में. Fourth year में I graduated in 4 years. मैंने start की full time software engineering position as an Android developer again at NCR because मैं काफ़ी familiar था with my team. I didn't want to take a risk कि मैं ऐसी team में जाकर job start नहीं करना चाहता था where I don't even know the team, right? मैं ऐसे प्रोडक्ट पे काम करना चाहता था where I can work on long time and I have the confidence और मुझे डर नहीं लगता था वहाँ पर. So that's why I was able to work there for 2 years. And 2 years के बाद मुझे लगा कि what's next? I want to try multiple projects. मैं और experience लेना चाहता हूँ, different experience, different kind of apps. तो उसके कारण मैंने apply किया to Microsoft and I luckily got in. But it was not the first time I applied. I applied in college as well. College में कई बार I failed Microsoft interview round, Facebook interview round. I failed Google's on-campus interview round. जब वो 4-5 rounds होते Google के, I failed that as well. So इतने ज़्यादा rounds fail करने के बाद I kind of got it कि यार lead code पे जाकर अगर आप companies के most frequently asked questions कर लेते हो, that kind of helped me. Even though I was not the best at data structures and algorithms, वो थोड़ा सा लक चल पड़ा, थोड़े से concepts आते थे, थोड़े से questions मैंने पिछले interviews में किए हुए थे. So that pretty much combined and doing 30 mock interviews combined helped me get a job at Microsoft and I'm very very grateful for it. And in this journey, this laptop also helped me. This is the free laptop I got from Georgia State University. ये laptop at one point wasn't enough. इसके अंदर i3 processor था. This was failing at many points. ड्यूरिंग माई एंड्रॉइड करियर, तो ये लैपटॉप ने बहुत हेल्प की, जो मुझे फ्री में जॉर्जिया स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी ने प्रोवाइड किया, एंड इट मेड माई कोडिंग जर्नी स्मूथ. एंड उसके बाद आपको पता है, आई ऑल्सो बॉट अ मैकबुक इन माई थर्ड ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज, विच further made things easier. So that will be my journey, my 8 years of coding experience. इसमें काफ़ी projects किए, काफ़ी गलतियाँ की, but at the end of the day, one mindset was always the same कि मुझे explore करनी चीज़ें. I wanted to explore. Success हो या ना हो फर्क नहीं पड़ता, but I will always be ready to explore what's next in my life. So that will be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.